Hello, everyone. We know this has been a very challenging year, so we hope you're well and safe. We look very much forward to welcoming you to Anthropology this coming academic year. My name is Evi Chatzipanagiotidou. So first of all, just to introduce you quite quickly to our anthropology staff, and we pride ourselves for being a medium-sized team. So hopefully, even by the end of the semester, you'll get the opportunity to meet all of us or most of us, and in the course of your degree, you'll hopefully get to work with all of us. And so we work in a very wide range of topics. We research different issues across the world and in Northern Ireland, and we teach in very, very diverse themes. I want first to introduce you to Professor Fiona McGowan, Professor Dominic Bryan, who has already greeted you, and he's the head of anthropology, Dr. Mariuszka Żwarzek, Dr. John Knight, who is also your advisor of studies, Dr. Paolo Souza, Dr. Fiona Murphy, Dr. Jonathan Landman, who is also the school's director of education, Dr. Yanis Choulakis, Dr. Gordon Ramsay, and myself. So, describing a little bit what your first year will look like. This is pretty much what the first year will look like for the single honors anthropology students. There is more flexibility for the joint students. As you may know already, joint students need to take 3 modules in each of their disciplines every year. So if you're doing a joint degree with anthropology and history, you'll need to take 3 modules in anthropology and 3 modules in history per year. The options, the modules we offer in the first year start with ANT 1001 being human. And this is pretty much your introduction to anthropology. This is a quite wide-ranging module that is designed to introduce you to anthropology through some key discussions of the main concepts in the discipline, covering things like human evolution, family life, kinship, sexuality, gender, and identity, and also pretty much how people do family economics, politics across the world, answering ultimately the question that makes us, the fundamental question that makes us interested in anthropology, why we're so similar, but at the same time so different, and vice versa. So a module that it's a core module for first year single honor students, but also a core module for most joint students. A World on the Move is your other module in semester 1, and this is a module that provides you an introduction to the study of globalization, and it uses comparative case studies from contemporary cases and historical record. So in this module, you find out about the history of globalization, why, societies developed historically in a way that we all tend to do very similar things, but also how specific economic and political processes, globalization processes, have actually brought us here. We'll also talk about cultural similarities and cultural differences, but also the expression of cultural diversity across the world, and the connections between technology and human mobility. One of the core issues in this module, something that's a very current issue at the moment, and I'm sure a topic of interest for a lot of you, is migration, diasporas, and issues around tourism. In semester 2, you have the option of taking the module being creative, music, media, and the arts. And this is pretty much a course that looks at arts anthropologically. It looks at why people and what ways people engage in dance, music, song, painting, sculpture, art, storytelling, drama, and it's of particular appeal to those of you who are interested in the arts. But what's quite anthropological here is that we don't only look at the arts for the sake of looking at artistic creativity, but also we look at the connections between the arts and broader issues that concern anthropology, such as family life, politics, economics. So some of the issues that we look at in this module is the connection between music and arts, but also tradition and modernity, the role of the arts, music and media in promoting nationalism, or something that we see now across the world, how people use music and the arts in post-colonial contexts to, for example, to renegotiate the ways the past was told, or to reclaim pieces of the history of themselves that they feel hasn't been represented. For instance, in the Black Lives Matters movement, or what we have seen that has been happening in the UK around statues. Another module in semester 2 that builds on these previous themes in the more specific context of Northern Ireland now is ANT 1006, and this is Understanding Northern Ireland. This is a module taught and convened by Professor Dominic Bryan, so I'll let him give you a little bit more detail on this module.
As Evie has said, I look after the Understanding Northern Ireland module. Some of you will be from this neck of the woods, others will not know it very well. This course is not only designed to introduce you to the place you'll be living in or have lived in, and by looking at Northern Ireland, it also tries to introduce anthropological ideas of how we look at conflict and how people get identities and why those identities can end up in conflict. And connected directly to that is a module that we started a few years ago I'm very passionate about, called Us and Them. And this is asking I think the most fundamental question that you can ask when it comes to how human beings work, and that is, what binds them together? What makes them feel that they're in a particular social group, whether that social group be a family of just a few people, and what are your loyalties to your family? But why do 350 million people feel they're part of the same nation? And we ask them really, really deep fundamental questions like, why will people die for their nation? Why are they prepared to sacrifice themselves for such huge groups? And out of that, where does conflict come from? So with that, I'm going to hand you back to Evie.
So just to highlight here that Us and Them is the second semester compulsory module for single honors anthropology students. As I've already said, single honors anthropology students have to take 2 core modules in the first semester, Being Human and World on the Move, and Us and Them in the second semester. I just want to talk about some exciting figures of your degree, and what we're doing this year, as you may know already, is what we call connected learning. So you'll be getting your teaching and learning through online and offline environments. You should be getting more information on this and constant updates by the university and the school, but also more specific information on your particular modules by your module conveners. If you have any questions or concerns, please get in touch with the individual conveners, the people who run and teach your courses, and they'll offer you explanations and specific details of what your module will look like. However, this is what this year looks like for the foreseeable future. You'll have some online and some online and offline classes, but I just want to talk about some other opportunities during your degree. So a very exciting feature of the degree is a second-year module, again taught by Professor Bryan, that focuses on applied anthropology, on anthropology of public policy, and has an internship element. So this is an exciting opportunity to do hands-on anthropological research that connects to real-life problems and policy issues. And this is the Hanging Out on Street Corners module that will be running in your second year, and hopefully by then you'll have the opportunity to do some real research out there in the real world, as well as though getting trained in online ethnographic and research methods, which are becoming increasingly required and relevant. The dissertation, this is compulsory for all single honor students, but optional for the joint students. Again, a really important element of our degree. Our previous students say that their dissertation and the dissertation experience is what stands out in their CV when they finish their degree, and this is because we offer students, the anthropology students, the opportunity to do first-hand real research out there in the real world on real topics. So you prepare through a module in the second semester of your second year. This is skills in the field, and then you go and do your project, your own project over the summer, and you come back in year 3 and you write your dissertation. Our students have stayed here and produced really exciting dissertations, for instance, on gender and conflict, on young musicians in Northern Ireland, on NGOs, and that's non-governmental organizations, and conflict resolution. But they have also traveled to places like the US to study gun culture. They have gone to India to study alternative medicine, to Fiji to study gift giving, Scotland to study nationalism. So you can see a very wide range of interests there. Also, what we've had historically, and you can see a picture of that here, is ethnomusicology ensembles. So one of the main fields in anthropology at Queen's, and we have a very long history of that, is that we offer also classes in ethnomusicology and the anthropological study of music. And in the past, we've run particular classes in which everybody can participate. You don't have to, but people without any musical skills, they've learned over a semester to play musical instruments from across the world. So really interesting opportunities there for those of you who want to learn another culture through playing an instrument. This is all at the moment. I just can't emphasize how important it is for you to stay connected throughout this year. Literally and metaphorically, your point of contact for any urgent queries is the school office, which is in 25 University Square, and you have the email here. If you want to discuss any sort of issues around your degree, if you want to discuss any particular change of modules, or if you want to discuss any particular advice on how to proceed with your degree, your main point of contact is your advisor of studies, and that's Dr. John Knight. I have his email here. As I've already said, I'm the anthropology program convener, so you can get in touch with me if you need broader information about the program. And also, please don't forget to seek help for anything else you need. You'll be getting information and details about what to do in case you have personal, financial, well-being issues on top of your academic and progress issues. And again, your first point of contact there, your personal tutor and your module convener for more details on your particular programs. We look forward to welcoming you. We know it will be an unusual year. We hope to make the most out of it. We very much look forward to working with you, meeting every single one of you individually, and we hope you will enjoy your degree and you will enjoy being here in Belfast and at Queen's. Thank you.